Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of Intuitive Angling. Much appreciated you guys taking a little time out of your day to watch the video as always. Today I'm going to show you guys what I consider my top springtime jig color. I'm going to show you what it is. I'm going to show you the trailers I like to use on it, talk a little bit about when I like to fish it, and specifically this particular jig works really good for me like between say late March and the end of May. That's the time of year for whatever reason. Probably has a lot to do with the crawfish colorations. But this is the one that I use this time of year more than anything else. So I'll be talking about, again, guys, the blocked old school jig here. If you guys are interested in getting any of these, I'll include the Baitworks link in the description. These are offered exclusively through Baitworks. It's a great way to support the channel. Guys, these jigs are 100% made here in America. They're tied, they're hand tied in America. They're not tied by, in some Chinese sweatshop like a lot of these big companies that send their jigs overseas. All American made product here, so it's a great way to support this channel, a great way to support our country and everything. Okay guys, let's talk about this. First of all, I'm going to tell you the color right off the bat, then I'm going to talk about the trailers. The color, and it's probably one that most of you guys have never used before, it's a brown, blue, and orange combination. Just an awesome looking bait in the water. I mean, you can't really tell from here, but man, in the water, it looks just killer. And actually, this sort of came up by accident. A friend of mine back in, excuse me, 1985, he had a little garage and we were tying jigs up and that type of stuff with live rubber back then too. And we were just experimenting with different colors and we started messing around with this this brown, blue, and orange combination. We had never seen it before, so we tied some up. And I took it to my first tournament that fall at the St. Lawrence River, my first Bassmaster tournament. It was the very first Bassmaster tournament I fished in the fall of 1985 up at the St. Lawrence River in New York. The second day of the tournament, I was paired with an angler named Randall Romig, who he finished second in the Classic. He used to be a top pro. And anyway, I caught the biggest bag of the tournament the second day on this brown, blue, and orange jig up there at the St. Lawrence River. Pitching it for grass for largemouth up on the St. Lawrence River. And ever since then, it's been a real good. I led the top 100 tournament at Lake Martin, Bassmaster top 100 for 2 days on this color jig on Lake Martin. I would have won the tournament if it hadn't. It came 6 inches of rain the night before the last day of the tournament and flooded it out. But I've had a lot of success on this bait at that time of year. But specifically, guys, I like this jig in the springtime of the year. I've used it and it'll catch fish all year long, but this is the time of year I like to use it more than any time. But one of the big keys on this jig, guys, is the trailer color. I've experimented with a lot of different trailers to use on this, but the one, excuse me, I went to the doctor today. I had a sinus infection. They gave me antibiotics for it, so I've been coughing and hacking all week, so sorry about that. But anyway, I've experimented with a lot of different colors in the springtime of the year, and the color they bite the best is this blue, like a flippin' blue or blue emerald like this. There's 3 different trailers I use based upon what I'm fishing. If I'm flipping bushes or something like that, which I like to do in the springtime of the year, any type of flooded cover, I'm using this big Zoom Big Salty Chunk. Also, I'll include the Baitworks link in the description. You guys can order all this plastics at Baitworks too. But the big salty chunk paired up with this is my choice for bush flipping. It's one of the top bush flipping trailers that you can get on there, just the old school type chunk. Now, if I'm fishing around docks with it in the springtime, which I like to do, I like to use this Zoom Speed Craw. The tails on the Speed Craw gives a little bit more action, and when you're fishing sort of around dock edges and clean pilings and that type of stuff, sometimes I find that just that little bit of tail action helps out. So I'll pair it up with the blue speed crawl on there like that. It's a really good trailer on there for that situation. And then my third situation I like to use it in is with a Zoom, excuse me, sorry about that guys, a Zoom Super Chunk Junior trailer. And there's a couple different ways I rig it. If I'm wanting a little bit bigger profile, I'll just thread it on like a frog, just like I would the big chunk, rig it like that. But if I want a shorter, smaller profile, which I do a lot, because the reason I use this is if I'm flipping like around rocky banks or stuff, which I like to do in the spring, I'll thread it on like the chunk like that, and then I'll trim the skirt back a little bit to match it. But you can create a lot of different profiles based upon the trailer that you guys put on there. But anyway, guys, I just wanted a quick video. I wanted to share with you guys that. Get you some of these brown, blue, and orange Block It Old School jigs. I don't think you can buy this color anywhere on any jig manufacturer in the United States. Baitworks is the only place I know that carries this color. Like I said, this is a color I developed, 30 some years ago. It's caught me thousands and thousands of bass. Works good in a variety of water clarities. It works good in stained water. It works good in clear water, both. I'm going to say that like that St. Lawrence River tournament where I caught the big bag, and also the Lake Martin tournament, we probably had 4 to 5 foot of visibility in those conditions. So it's a really good color in clear water, and it's just a killer little jig. So anyway, guys, check them out. Baitworks links in the description. Get you some of these jigs, much appreciated. And please hit that subscribe button if you haven't. We'll talk to you later.